Welcome to another episode of AcculturaTV. This episode we are going to talk about stereotypes that exist in the country about Mexicans and Hispanic people. We will have various guests that will help us to understand the subject better. First of all, welcome to Dr. Andrés Ramos, a well-known sociologist from Mexico.
Thank you, Danny, for having me here on the show. First, stereotypes have been damaging our perceptions of other cultures and other people. The definition about stereotypes on the side of sociology is that a stereotype is a position or a perception about a person or a group of people. Stereotypes have existed in many cultures, for example, the American culture, and they have caused many misunderstandings. Please welcome Dr. Betancourt that will talk more about the theme.
Thank you, Daniela, and Andrés, for having me in your program. Well, stereotypes have been around for a lot of time, and one of the most affected countries of those are Mexicans and all Latin America. And this is because Americans think that Mexicans are lazy, noisy, smelly, that they are respectful, they don't have manners, they are punctual, and the list goes on and on. But these stereotypes are wrong, and this has caused our country to have a bad image to the world. And in order to change that, we need to teach everybody of stereotypes and how to know if they are true or not.
We can see that these stereotypes are based on how we take the Mexican culture, because when you met a Mexican guy, you might think that every other Mexican person is like that. When two cultures collide, they may think that the other culture has no respect because of the difference between them. For example, in time, Mexicans are very unpunctual according to the American values. And what can you tell us about this theme?
Well, there are differences in time between the two cultures, and this is mainly because the Americans are punctual and have like an established schedule, whereas the Mexicans just have like they are not so organized, and this may seem like impunctual, but it really isn't. It's just our culture that is like that.
Okay, about the perception of organization, can you tell us more about this, Danny?
The perception of the organization changed between one culture and another, but it even changed from one person to another. There is no two persons that act equally, because for everyone it has to be different because of the necessities that they have. So the differences are not only between cultures, there are between persons and between one to another.
Well, what you just said is the main reason why stereotypes are bad. And this is because we can't generalize a whole culture. And we need to learn that everyone is different and there's no two equal persons.
The main reason about it is that on a culture there can be many subcultures. For example, in Mexico, the South people are not equal to the North people. This makes us think that we have many cultures inside our one country. This has led into many misunderstandings, many between people on their own country, because of the different perceptions of time and space. What can you tell us about the perceptions of space between Mexican culture colliding with American culture?
Well, space is the another main difference between Mexicans and Americans, and this is because Mexicans are too friendly, and they are always like together with everyone, and it doesn't matter if they don't know each other, they will at least hug or be talking close to each other. Whereas in the United States, two persons that just met, they have like a length distance, and they always respect each other's personal space because that's how they were taught to do.
So the difference and the misunderstandings were created basically by the image, by the how the persons were educated from the beginning. They don't have nothing to do with the. They don't have nothing to do with what they do later. They are like thinking something, and they grew up thinking that.
Very well. In conclusion, what can you tell us, Dr. Mauricio, of how to avoid the cultural misunderstandings and or glitches when two people from different countries meet?
Well, the one way to avoid these misunderstandings will be like teaching everyone how every culture is and how they act, so they can learn and know how to act in front of different persons from a different country, and so they could respect each other and adjust better to the environment that they are.
Thanks for hosting me here.
Thank you, Daniela.
Thank you for coming to the program, and see you.